Well, unfortunately, just now, my brand new little baby hamster died. I only had him about a week and a half. I didn't even get the chance to make videos and put them up on my channel. I didn't even give him a name until I was driving him to the emergency vet tonight. So, anyways, he had some stomach type illness and it killed him in less than a week. I only had him about 3 days. He was very, very cute, different looking hamster than I'd ever gotten before. And for the first 3 days, he was pretty much normal, running around, having tons of fun in his bowl, with tons and tons of speed and energy, and maneuvered around everything really, really well. Didn't really bump into stuff. Did really good for his first time. He is so tiny. He's about this big, a juvenile, but a Syrian hamster, he would get big. And he ran in the full-size bowl first time with no problem. But didn't really get to do much with him. He had a few pieces of spinach that he liked and a piece or two of broccoli I saw him eat. Then after about 3 days, he just stopped eating. And his eyes were always a little bit squinty, and he looked really slender when I got him. He looked very graceful and like wispy looking, and had like a roasted marshmallow type color, like white with like roasty brown and black wisps, and almost like a little black mohawk here. And he was a boy. We got him thinking it was a girl, and then we could see his little balls. He's growing up, so they're developing, right? And learned he was a boy, so that was a shock. I think that was in the first day I realized it. But I didn't really get to have much of a little life with my little fella. Called him little fella for like that week and a half because I couldn't think of a name for him. Called him Cutie Pie when I thought he was a girl. And then it transformed into little fella. But so on the way to the emergency vet tonight, hoping that he would be okay. I dubbed him Michael. And tell you, hamsters are strong little animals. They don't show any signs of weakness or anything. You wouldn't even know. And I could see that he wasn't really eating, but they really fight hard. They didn't show any sign of weakness. And it's kind of my fault, so I really feel bad because even though he got the illness probably from the pet store, the fact is if I had taken him to the vet within 1 or 2 days of noticing the first symptoms of his like lethargy and not eating, um, if I had taken him within 24 48 hours, he could have been probably alright. But I waited like 5 days or something. It wasn't a week. That would be ridiculous. It was more than 3 or 4. So I think it was probably about 4 or 5 days I waited in hopes that he would be alright. I mean, he would come out to me, crawl on my hand. He'd let me, give him a little friendly sniff. I would do that with the young hamsters, make him feel more comfortable. And he was friendly and stuff, but I didn't get to really do much, do much or interact with him much. It's very, very sad. But I did get to take him outside like I did with my previous hamster Tally. I told him about how I would take Tally outside. Told him all about Tally, and he went nuts when I brought him into the house because he could smell where Tally used to be, and she's a girl. So he was going bonkers, like sniffing all her areas that she used to frequent and rub her tummy on, right, mark her scent. And I kept telling him, "Oh, Tally's not here anymore." But didn't really get to do much with him. Like one of the few things I did was I took him outside. Little special things. So I took him outside, showed him the night and the stars and stuff. But and he got to go in the bowl outside, which is a plus, on the porch. So that was fun for him probably. And in the house a few times in the bowl, but outside of that, he only had about 3 days where he was kind of normal, and then it went downhill. So he didn't really get to have much of a life. Feel bad for him. And I've been strong the whole time, not getting emotional, but um, when I was at the vet office, just looking at him there, fighting so hard, not showing any sign of weakness, knowing that he's dying. Like he was after work today, he was like shaking like this when I woke him up. And it's just they go downhill so quickly. It's just ridiculous. So, anyways, I broke down a bit watching him there because he just looked so so sad and so pitiful, needing, deserving pity, meaning what I mean. Poor little fella, he's so cute, little squinty eyes. But, so now, I only had one little video of him, and it's just of his little butt, when he's like, very few things I got to do with him. On like 2 occasions, he got to run across the couch, and I let him run in between the clothes and stuff. So I got one video of him, and that's it. And it's just his little butt poking out as he goes into the clothes. That's all I've got. No pictures of him. So the only pictures and stuff I got to take are tonight, and I'm pretty sure he has passed away. If he hasn't passed away, I'd be surprised, but anyways. So that's the tragic, short, but sweet little life of my little fella, dubbed Michael. And God bless your soul, little fella. Go join our cosmic family up in the heavens. We'll be together one day. Get to have some adventures. But anyways, maybe I'll make another little video later and show him, because it might be the only video I get to take of him before it's past the time. Just right now, I want to give him the chance warming up in the bathroom with the heater on, give him a little warmth. He only weighed 36 grams. I don't know what a juvenile hamster is supposed to weigh, but she said it's really malnourished and he was like bone, but you can't tell looking at them, right? I felt him the other day too, but I couldn't feel bone. But I don't know, I'm really surprised it went downhill so quickly today. Like, I sensed something was wrong after the first few days. It takes a few days to notice they're not eating. I mean, come on, 24, 48 hours, like, I just got him, so he's new to the house, he's hiding, you know what I mean, he doesn't want to come out a lot because he's scared and he misses his siblings. So, when 1 or 2 days went by not eating, I noticed it, but I was really just being hopeful that everything would be okay. Then I waited another day or two, and that was my mistake. So, it's not all my fault, but it's basically all my fault. And, that's a sad little tragic life, that little fella. But he was the only one. There's another little special thing about him. When I went to the pet store to pick him out, it was very meaningful to me to get another hamster, because I really loved Tally. Tally died. She was like having a human friend. And then after she died, it's been a few months, and it was very tragic, losing her and not having her. So I waited months. I waited all these times where the hamsters were coming in and they weren't coming in, or they're held up because of COVID and they couldn't be shipped or whatever. So I waited and waited and missed these calls, or they never called me. 3 different pet stores. Yeah, 3 different pet stores. Finally, I got the call, which was him, come pick out a hamster. So I go pick him out, and when I put my hand in there, he was the only one who came up to me. He walked right up to me, he looked at me, and he put his little hands on my hand, right, which is so cute. So like he picked me out. So that's the destiny of a little fella, Michael. So if he had gone to somebody else, he may have had that disease and it may have manifested with them too, but maybe they would have been a bit more responsible and taken him to the vet sooner. I don't know. Or maybe they would have been less responsible. But all I can hope is that he had a good, fun 3 days, and that I made him feel good as best as I could in the last few days, because even though he didn't show it, these last 5 days, he was actually dying. He was actually starving to death. But like I said, it's amazing. They do not show it. You would not know. He looked like he wasn't doing good. Like he had no energy. He didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to eat anything. But it was weird. Like he would wake up, come out, and then like get frustrated. Like he would try to eat food, and then like he wouldn't really finish eating it or actually eat it. He would put it, chew on it, and then like throw it down and like scoop his stuff around. Like he was frustrated, and then I like sensed like he wants to eat but he can't eat. And that's what made me worried. That was just like yesterday or the day before yesterday. But I don't know. He's brand new. I figured maybe he's eating and I don't see. Maybe he's eating at nighttime. I'm not sure, but apparently he wasn't eating. So he only weighed 36 grams today. Like I said, I don't know how light that is. But just to think, like when my dad died, he died when you die from some organ failing. That's the thing that eventually kills you. It just depends what organ it is. Usually, the final thing that gets you is the heart. But like when my dad died, it took him 3 days to die, basically from dehydration. Because when the kidney shuts down, you can't process water, so you just basically die from dehydration. So that's the way you die. It's actually a more peaceful way, supposedly. Um, but so I got to witness what that was like. You know what I mean? Your whole body starts shutting down like a machine. So my little hamster here, little fella, Michael, for the last 5 days, literally been shutting down his life, and yeah, I knew something was wrong, but he still made the effort to wake up, look at me. He was always nice to me, never bit me or anything. He'll come out and sniff me when I went to go say hi and give him a little hello sniff. He'll come out of my hand trustingly, and I'll lift him up like this, and he would balance, and trustingly, being careful and all, but he trusted me. But anyways, that's the tragic little story. I just felt like I had to say something about him because his life was so short. Very tragic. I told this is guy talk, but even though he's a hamster, I told the vet lady tonight. I said, his little balls were just developing. He didn't even get to be a full-fledged boy yet. She had a little laugh, but I mean that in all respect to the little fella. But I'm sure a little fella, if he has officially passed, which I believe he has, I'm sure he's up running through the fields of flowers and nuts and peanuts and meeting all the little girl hamsters up in the heavenly paradise. So, anyways, hats off to you, little fella. Michael. Sorry I let you down there, buddy. But life here sucks, man. Life it's just a bowl of nonsense here. So hopefully I made your life a little bit nicer, fella. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry how it went. But God bless you. See you later, boy.